Yeah.
Here's another one of these modern day feuds. It's just we'd rather not see, but it always provides entertaining content.
Right.
Paul Silver writes Bischoff's bitter Brett comments. Hey,
Well,
K100.
before you read it, the problem with this is we're very good friends with both.
Yeah, I like Bret Hart and I like Eric Bischoff. So I like everybody. I don't really have any adversaries in the business. Unlike
Not
adversaries.
even Shark Boy.
Oh, he's not in the business. He's a
But
mark.
he's on the list.
He's a mark with the mask. Yeah.
You know, since Dax Harwood got a Bret Hart visit for his birthday, and you guys are friends with Bret, you think you could get Bret on K100 for my upcoming birthday? Maybe. No.
Hey, K100. On the latest 83 weeks, Eric Bischoff watched Wrestling with Shadows, the infamous Bret Hart documentary, for the first time. And one of the real sticking points with Bischoff was that when he met Bret and worked with him around later, 97, 98, Bret was very bitter about the industry, which Bischoff put down to the Montreal Screwjob. But Bischoff said that he noticed from watching this documentary, Bret was already bitter and angry during the filming, even though Vince hadn't yet told him that he was releasing him from his contract and even had creative control. Bischoff was dumbfounded as to why Bret was so angry before the drama. My question is, and I expect a burial or a kazooing, do you think that it was getting to Bret that despite being pushed as WWE's top guy from 93 to 97, business wasn't great? Bret may have worked classic wrestling matches, but he really wasn't a draw. WCW was absolutely killing WWE around this time, and while it has nothing to do with previous points, WWE became bigger as soon as he left. Long ran an email, but what I'm asking is, do you think there's a chance Bret Hart was jealous of Steve Austin being the new top babyface and took himself way too seriously?
No.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Bret about that. But I can't see I can't imagine. I've never met a top guy in the business. I met one of them. Sting was like the only top guy in the business that you never heard like an ounce of jealousy ever come out of his mouth about anybody. Would you agree with that, Konnan? Because the other guys were kind of always had. You could tell there was, Yeah, you could tell at the top that there was a lot
War
of
Dog.
Warhorse.
How about Warhorse?
Next week, someone's going to go, we got a new one, War Dog.
Yeah.
Right.
But what about this? But answer me first. How about Warhorse? He was a top guy. He wasn't jealous of anybody. He didn't think anybody could take his spot. Him and Abaddon.
Right.
Okay.
I read Bret's book more than once, shocker, and I've heard a lot of his interviews, and I've seen the documentary, and I know a lot from what he says. From Bret's perspective, he hated Shawn Michaels. Steve Austin, he loved. He wanted to make Steve. He didn't want to lose the belt to Shawn. He said, I'll lose it to anyone but Shawn. And that happened before the screw job. Him and Shawn had heat for a year before that, where Shawn said, I'll never put you over no matter what you do, and all that. So that's where Bret's bitterness towards Vince and Shawn.
Okay, let me add to that. This is only a supposition, and hypotheses at best. From the time I was around Bret, all the stories that he's told me and stuff like that, he never came off to me as a jealous person, and always came off to me as very, very genuine. I don't think that he had any jealousy towards Steve Austin or dropping it to him. And now more that you're telling me that he said it in his book or wherever he said it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Was he, when he was champion, they weren't drawing? Is that correct, Joe?
I don't agree with that at all. He was drawing worldwide. SummerSlam 97 was sold out to Meadowlands, him and Undertaker. And no, man, they were selling.
Okay, so you said you expected a burial kazoo. You're going to get a kazoo and a yellow card and a red card. For giving misinformation. You're saying he wasn't to draw. Our boy here, Joe, saying he was. Who's a big Bret Hart fan.
Beating them? WCW was definitely beating them when Bret was on top, and after Bret left, WWE started to win. That's accurate, but that doesn't mean Bret wasn't a draw for WWE. He was.
All right.
Well, they consider they were actually getting beat, but he was drawing when we were getting beat for the first time by WCW, which in Vince's mind probably was not drawing. You know.
Well, so was Shawn though. Shawn was on top.
Right.
But I didn't understand the question. He said that Bischoff was dumbfounded by why. What was the question?
Why Bret was so miserable before the Montreal screw job?
Why would he be? Was he miserable?
Yeah,
I don't know. You got to watch the documentary. Yeah.
He felt like he was a placeholder champion to pass the belt to Shawn and off because he had put in so many years and all that. Yeah.
Right.
And Shawn was kind of a jerk at that time. You know?
No, he was. Yeah. He told me about the fight and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.